What if I told you that one of ancient Egypt's greatest cities, a bustling hub of trade and worship, simply vanished? Not just faded from memory, but was literally swallowed by the desert, erased from the map for over 1,000 years. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? A legend whispered by the Nile. But this isn't a myth. This is the incredible, true story of Thonis-Heracleion, Egypt's lost city beneath the waves. For centuries, historians and archaeologists were baffled. Ancient texts from writers like Herodotus spoke of a magnificent port city at the mouth of the Nile, a gateway to Egypt named Thonis by the Egyptians and Heracleion by the Greeks. They described its grand temples, its network of canals, and its vital role in international trade. But when they looked for it, there was nothing, just empty water in Abu Qir Bay. It was as if a ghost story had been written into the history books. Scholars argued, debated, and some even dismissed the accounts as exaggerated fables. How could a city so important just disappear without a trace? The mystery deepened with every passing decade, becoming one of ancient history's most tantalizing cold cases. Then, in the year 2000, everything changed. A French underwater archaeologist named Frank Gadiot was leading a team surveying the seafloor off the coast of Alexandria. They weren't even looking for a lost city. They were searching for Napoleon's warships sunk in the 18th century. But their advanced survey equipment started picking up strange anomalies, massive structures hidden beneath layers of sand and silt. Imagine their astonishment. They lowered cameras and then divers into the murky depths. What they found was breathtaking. It wasn't just a few scattered artifacts. It was the outline of an entire city. Walls, collapsed temples, the foundations of houses. They had stumbled upon the legendary Thonis-Heracleion. The discovery was monumental. It was like finding Atlantis. Piece by piece, over the next 2 decades, Gadiot and his team began to resurrect the city from its watery grave. What they unearthed painted a picture of a metropolis that was even grander than the legends suggested. They found colossal statues of pharaohs and gods, some over 16 feet tall, perfectly preserved by the sand. They discovered hundreds of ancient anchors and the wrecks of over 70 ships, a testament to the city's bustling maritime trade. Gold coins, intricate jewelry, and ceremonial barges used for religious festivals were pulled from the seabed, each item a frozen moment in time. One of the most incredible finds was the main temple dedicated to the god Amun-Garib, the very temple described in ancient texts. Inside, they found stone slabs, or stelae, inscribed with hieroglyphs. One famous stele, an almost identical copy of one found on land, laid out the economic rules and taxes of the city decreed by a pharaoh. This was the smoking gun. It confirmed beyond any doubt that the city they had found was the long-lost Thonis-Heracleion. It was an earth-shattering moment for archaeology, a puzzle piece of history clicking perfectly into place. So the big question is, what happened? How did this thriving city end up at the bottom of the sea? The clues lay in the very ground it was built on. Thonis-Heracleion was constructed on unstable clay and sand islands in the Nile Delta. Over centuries, a combination of factors conspired against it. Earthquakes shook the region, liquefying the soil beneath the city's massive stone buildings. The slow, relentless rise of the sea level added more pressure. It wasn't one single, catastrophic event like in a disaster movie. It was a slow, agonizing death. The ground literally turned to mush beneath the city's foundations. Buildings would have tilted, cracked, and then, one by one, slid into the water. By the 8th century AD, the once great port city of Thonis-Heracleion was completely submerged, and the sands of time and the sea buried it, hiding its secrets for the next 1,200 years. The story of this lost city is so much more than just a cool historical discovery. It's a powerful lesson about resilience and the nature of time. Think about it. A civilization built something they believed would last forever. They carved their stories in stone, built monuments to their gods, and created a center of global commerce. They probably felt invincible at the center of the world, and yet nature slowly and silently reclaimed it all. It's a humbling reminder that even the mightiest of empires are temporary. Everything we build, everything we achieve, can be washed away. But here's the inspiring part. Even though the city was lost, its story wasn't. The memory survived in ancient texts. The artifacts survived under the sand. The legacy endured, and because of the passion and dedication of a few curious explorers who refused to believe it was just a myth, that story was brought back to light. It shows us that nothing is ever truly lost forever. Ideas, stories, and the human spirit have a way of surviving even when the physical world around them crumbles. The discovery of Thonis-Heracleion isn't just about finding old stones, it's about recovering a lost chapter of our shared human story. It reminds me that in our own lives, we often have things we think are lost dreams, lost opportunities, lost parts of ourselves. We might feel like they've been buried under the weight of time, responsibility, or failure. But the story of Thonis-Heracleion teaches us that it's never too late to start digging. It's never too late to explore what lies beneath the surface of our own lives. What passions have you buried? What dreams have you set aside? Like Frank Gadio and his team, all it takes is the courage to start looking, to be curious, and to believe that something incredible is waiting to be rediscovered. The treasures you find might just change your life. So, what's your Thonis-Heracleion? What lost city within you is waiting to be brought back to the surface? Don't let it remain a myth. Go on your own expedition. Start today. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the past. And drop a comment below letting me know what lost piece of history you find most captivating. Until next time, keep exploring.